Good morning, welcome to week 21 of Training Miler to take part in Dragon's Back 2025. It's February 3rd, Monday morning, the usual 6 miler kicks off the week. I'm probably not going to ever increase these because I think 6 is far enough to sort of get something inked and on the table each week without making track difficult in the evening. Now it's funny, isn't it? I was thinking, you're like born Monday, die Sunday with this stuff. I did 70 miles 2 weeks ago, 70 miles last week, but then you start Monday and you're back at zero again. It's like working in a sales environment again, back in my old life, where you know you'd have a great week, your boss would say, oh, I'll go home Friday, really happy, you've had a great week. Coming Monday morning, you're back on the zero again. It's just like that with running, isn't it? But everything banked here is banked bricks in the walls, we said before, for the training tower, whereas in sales, this all goes in your boss's pocket and you become this nobody again on Monday morning. No detriment to anybody working in sales, that's just my take on what it felt like. Anyway, here we go, another week, onwards. So, anybody who watched all of last week's video, well done, because it was a long one and there was a lot of data stuff in the middle there, which I put in because it's, I mean, I found it interesting going through it also. I thought maybe there might be one viewer out there who finds it interesting, but also if it shows you that trust the process. You know, 4 months, it's quite a training block, and the crucial thing through that 4 months for me has to be stay uninjured and keep moving and keep going each week, because consistency is king. And I'm very, very lucky. I've had a few weeks where I did push myself to the absolute boundaries, but arriving here 4 weeks later, I do feel now strong enough that I can take higher training loads and there's no niggles and things, which means obviously the body is conditioning itself very well. So that's the trick, you've got to nurse yourself through that first 4 weeks of base training for a massive project, and if you can get through that, then you've got a good platform to stand on to do the rest of the block. So yeah, it's all good news, very lucky boy, hope it continues. There we go, the usual visual disturbance through mile 2. I'm getting quite used to that now. It doesn't last as long each time, but I'm sure it's the body adjusting. I thought I'd talk a little bit about these videos. I mean, the idea to start recording these back in September, or May I started the channel, but started doing the weekly ones in September, was really quite a selfish motivation. It was to hold myself accountable for the training, because I know me and I know my psyche, I know my mind, and I'm more likely to do something every week habitually if I'm sort of reporting it somewhere, like a sort of virtual coach being this camera. And even if nobody watches these, it is working. There's no way I'd have put in the work for 4 months that I've done without recording these videos. Also, having the camera slows me down a little bit during the runs, takes the attention to something different during the runs as well. So it's all very helpful stuff. But I'm mindful that I would like to also reverse that and start to provide some content that's useful for people watching. So a couple of questions if you are watching these. If you are watching it and you're into ultras, maybe even into Dragon's Back, what would you like me to talk more about? Because I never script these, I just talk about whatever comes to my mind when I'm out on a run, but there might be some relevant stuff going on up here that you wouldn't mind unlocking and sharing. Happy to do that. I'm open and honest, whatever's going on in my head can normally pop out into reality as well. Quite happy with that. And the other thing is as well, I thought I might start to see if I can approach some dragons, people who've taken on the event, see if they're happy to do a little interview and share their knowledge. I'm sure they will be, because the type of people that take on these events are very open, honest, caring, good people who I'm sure wouldn't want to keep all to themselves. Very happy to share. So I don't think I'll get Max King or Simon Roberts, but watch this space. I know a few dragons who've completed the course or got as far as day 5 who can share some really, really valuable knowledge. So I'm hoping, touch wood, let's touch some real wood, shall we? Proper wood. Hug a tree. Oh, yeah, we should all hug trees more often actually. Haven't done that for about 5 years. And yeah, so that's what I'm planning. So watch this space, stay subscribed, hit that bell and all those things they talk about if you want to see those interviews. Otherwise you'll miss them. You'll definitely miss them. And they could be really valuable, good insights from people who've done dragons before. So we'll see. Evening folks, track again. Nice simple session tonight. It's 100, then 100 walk, jog, recovery, then 200 walk, 100 jog, recovery, 300 walk, 100 or jog, 100, and then 400. You get the idea. You keep adding 100 meters to the reps. We do that for 35 minutes. You head up as high as you can go. Good endurance based session. Actually, we're not going to do it for 35 minutes, 21 minutes. Hopefully everybody will target getting around 3 miles and that. And then we're going to have a little 4-minute break, and then we're going to do a 6-lap rep for the top group, 5-lap rep for the middle lot. Yes, it's all endurance based stuff. Trying to get the legs moving again. I'm looking forward to it. Hope everybody else is. Find out a bit later. Anyway, 5-mile warm up first. 5 miles. Best way to get some extra mileage in. Hey, good morning. Welcome to Tuesday, the 4th of February. Yes, February 2025. And t-shirt weather again. 10 degrees. So I'm wearing my Dragon in Training t-shirt. Very appropriate. So 6 miles, usual recovery on a Tuesday. Nice and steady, nice and enjoyable. Time on feet. Good morning and welcome to a beautifully sunny Wednesday morning, the 5th of Feb, 6th of Feb, something like that, isn't it? And 13 miles today. This is plotted out on new trails just to give a bit of variety and enjoy the sunshine. Looking forward to it. Speak to you in a bit. Now it's interesting. I've got 2 Garmins on this morning, one on each arm obviously, and because I'm a little bit suspicious of some of the heart rate readings, I've been cruising out some zone 2 runs quite quickly and thinking, well, I can't be 135 beats a minute, but anyway, they're both reading, yeah, exactly the same heart rate at the moment, so obviously it's accurate. But the interesting thing is, as I set off here, the one on my right arm gave me -1 performance points, and the one on my left arm gave me 0 performance points. So they're obviously not in agreement on everything.
So long for the chance to sing your song. Walk into your moment in the sun. Step into the time you knew was always gonna come.
I'm not going to make excuses for the camera angle, folks, because it's the sun. The sun's out. Now, yesterday I was saying a little bit about my motivation for making these videos, and I was brutally honest. I said there's a huge selfish element, which there is, I'm not denying that, but I do like it, and this is part of my hope. Dragon's Back is such a monstrous challenge to train for, especially for a miler, but I'm hoping when people do watch these, they feel a little bit inspired to maybe take themselves beyond what they thought they were capable of, maybe reach for that marathon when they thought half marathon was enough, maybe reach for their first one-day mountain ultra when just road marathons was enough. You know the score. And if you're one of those people who's gone out for longer runs, longer training runs, just because you've been even a tad inspired, I'd love to know, because that warms the old pumping machine, warms the heart to know that sort of stuff. Shout out to Leslie Crane, my sister. I know she said she started to put some miles in again and get out there, do extra long runs, and she is getting the rewards. She's absolutely turned into an awesome mountain runner. So yeah, hi Leslie, if you're watching this. That's hi all the cranes if you're watching this. Holy moly, bad man. Food break, which I'm taking every 40 minutes on these training runs, and the idea is to keep moving at a reasonable pace. Managed to keep going at 17 minutes a mile, so yeah, that's what we need, isn't it? Keep moving, just keep moving. Right, this way. Yeah, so it's February now, but as we move into March, we're going to start hitting the real stuff, because middle of March I got my first proper test, which is the GB Ultras Chester 50. Now, it's not a particularly hilly course. I think it's about as hilly as the Saffron Trail back to Felsted, about 2,500 feet. But it's a test to see how well I'm conditioned for 50 miles on my feet, and pacing. I'm going to carry the full Dragon's Back kit, so everybody else will be a bit lighter, because they don't insist on much mandatory at all, to be honest. But I'm going to carry 3 litres of water and the whole kit. Get used to it, and as a loose target, I'm going to target myself 10 hours, 5 miles an hour. See how we get on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that first test. It's going to be the benchmark, I think. The benchmark. Well, here we go. Happens to me every time I plot a new course. I end up on a ploughed field with standing about 4 inches taller. Have a look at my feet. Don't you just love it? I mean, I'm on an official footpath, believe it or not, but I don't think many people forge a way through this field, but I don't know any other way, so here we go. Absolutely beautiful day today. It really is, no wind.
You've been waiting for so long for the chance to sing your song. Walk into your moment in the sun. Step into the time you knew was always gonna come. Your moment in the sun.
What did I nibble on just then? I nibbled on one of these. I'm experimenting. These came free in a nice advent calendar somebody bought me. Probably the best advent calendar runners can ever have, because they had like goodies like this in every day. I quite like this one, so I might have to experiment with these, but buy a few more.
No one standing in your way. Not a cloud in sight today.
What you put in?
Walk into your moment in the sun. Step into the time you knew was always gonna come. Your moment in the sun. Your moment in the sun has finally come. Finally come. Walk into your moment in the sun. Isn't it amazing?
Okay, Wednesday evening, just got back from the track. Didn't take the camera down there because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But it was a mile time trial. Now the reason I did that is because I wanted to see what shape I'm in, to see if I can be bothered to go along to the AO Fayola mile next Wednesday, which I'm entered into. Because they have a minimum of 6 minutes for the mile. If you can't run inside 6 minutes, then you shouldn't have entered. And if I'm honest, going down to do a time trial tonight, I was concerned that I can't break 6 minutes. However, it wasn't a flat out time trial, it was just a strong, hard, crack your effort, you know, put it all in, lay it down, but don't go eyeballs because you're not actually in a race and you don't want to twinge anything on a cold night, especially when you've done 13 miles this morning. So, drum roll, there it is, 5:41. So, obviously, mileage is in the legs, 30 miles this morning, but I'm happy enough with that. So now I've got to decide, do I go next Wednesday? You have to watch next week's episode to find out.
Sun has finally come. Finally come.
Good morning, welcome to Thursday, the 6th of February 2025. Out with Katrina again. It's one of her last long runs for a marathon, and it's 15 miles trail. Let's do a lap and a half of Flitch Green first, just to get a little extra miles in because it's only a 13.5 mile loop. It was promised sunny, instead it's all misty, but I'll take that, it's not raining, and we're overdressed for how uncold it is really at 1 and 2 degrees, isn't we, Trina?
Yeah.
Way, you'll go. That's it, we're going. We're such great footballers. I do, mate.
You've been waiting for so long for the chance to sing your song. Walk into your moment in the sun.
Today's nosh is candle mint cake.
Is gonna come. Your moment in the sun. Your moment in the sun has finally come.
Hello and welcome to Friday. Now Friday is a rest day, so I'm on fire duty, just making sure the fire's getting going. And I'm having a look and trying to work out that when I go back to work in March, gardening, how am I going to fit in April and May and June, my planned 100 mile a week. Now, at first I thought, because I'm on 70 at the moment, so it's quite a big step up, but at first I thought that's not possible. I mean, you can't do a day's work and do 100 mile a week, but you can, turns out, in theory, on paper, because if you get up at 4:30 on a Thursday to get out for your 22 miler, then it's going to be regimented, it's going to have to be military precision, but you can get up, have all of your breakfast prepped, so all you've got to do is put your milk on, and also just pour the water into your cafetiere for your coffee. And if you do it all with military precision, I reckon I can get up 40 minutes before I've got to be out the door, of having had breakfast, having had my coffee, trainers on, gone. That gives me 20 minutes when I finish to have a shower and then get out and hit the first garden by 9 o'clock in the morning. So the earliest I'll have to get up is 4:30 in the morning, and 3 of the mornings a week I can get up at 7, which is pretty much my normal getting up time anyway, because the theory is if I train twice a day and do most of my training before I go to work, it only leaves me like a 50-minute to an hour 10 run to do in the evenings, because if I do it the other way around and try and do a 3-hour run in the evening, I just know I am not going to do it. I know me, I know my body and my mind. I will get home, I'll just want to sit down, have a cup of tea, biscuit, and I'm not going to want to go out for a long run. 50 minutes, hour and 10, no problem. So the bulk of the training is going to have to be in the mornings, ranging from an 8-miler right through to a 22-miler on Thursdays, and that'll allow recovery for track on Mondays. So on paper, a 100-mile a week can be done. Can it be done in real life? Let's find out in April, May and June.
Walk into your moment in the sun.
Good morning and welcome to Saturday the 7th of February. Hold on, is it 7th? Yeah, maybe. 13 miles along our lovely Finch Way again, making a habit of these on a Saturday now. It's become one of my bedrock runs. Nice to run, feeling a bit bouncy after a day's rest. See you in a bit, folks.
Isn't it peculiar? Still a miss.
That's a good start. Garmin just gave me +3 performance points. Thank you, Garmin. Now, not much footage on this one because after the 1-mile warm-up, the whole idea is to go into a bit of a zen-like meditative state, just not engaging with any thoughts at all other than, is this relaxed? Is this effortless? Could I run like this forever? So, seriously folks, that's all the footage you're going to get for today. Till tomorrow. Bye for now.
Fence you in. You're the one who's going to win.
Morning folks, welcome to Sunday. Jenny and I, believe it or not, had 4 miles left on our plan. So we're out for 4 miles around the roads. Too swampy out on the trail, it's been too much rain. So that's closing out another week. It should just be over 70 miles just on. I'll put the stats up in a minute. Really happy with this week. 3 weeks of 70, dropping down to a nice 30-40 week next week. No plan for next week at all. Just run when I feel like it and make sure I don't do too much running. Gives the legs a chance to recover. Probably pop in a couple of gym sessions. So thanks for watching, and hope any running you're doing is going well. Hope your year started well. Keep living the dream. Enjoy life to the max. You only get this playground's playing for a little while. Bye for now.